Hi guys, my name's Drew Reski from Koonara Wines. We're just going to do a quick run through of the Koonara wine fridge for your tastings in your venue. The fridge is set up to be for either red or white. We can vary the temperature of the fridge up the top, so we can set it for 7 degrees for whites and 18 degrees for reds, or 16 degrees for pinots if you like. How we do that is we've got two up and down buttons. The best thing to do so that staff or customers don't play around with the temperatures is to hold one side down until it starts flashing. You'll see it says H1 here, and now it's starting to flash. And then we set the temperature. We've got red wines in it, so we're going to set it to 18 degrees. And that will stop flashing in 1 minute or a few seconds. There we go. So that's the temperature which that's going to be on. What we'll also do is set the other side as well. Usually you can set one side for whites, one side for reds, but if you've got customers doing it themselves, it's probably best to set both sides to reds, and then you can set both sides to whites if you're doing. We can't do a red or a white wine. They've got to be either both red or both white, because the fridge isn't split for different temperatures. So we've got the fridge set to 18 degrees now. That will warm up and get to the perfect temperature for your wines. The other buttons we've got here are glass and bottle, and we'll go through that once we've got the wine in. So first we've got the two hoses. Both hoses need to go into the wine bottle. So we'll open the wine bottle, put these in. These can be quite difficult, and you may need to loosen these and actually push the plastic head up the hoses so that you can fit the taller bottles in. Otherwise you might find that you've got a kink at the top of those hoses, and that's why it's not working. So you push it up enough so that you can fit the bottle in okay. It can be a bit tricky, so just push it up until you can feel that you don't have any kinks at the top, and we'll slide both of these in. Now for screw caps, you should be able to just slide it in and just literally until it clicks, as tight as possible. If you're finding that you're still not getting it tight enough, because that seal does need to be tight, you can actually unscrew the head component, which will actually loosen the rubber grip on the inside of this, and then slide it up. It will slide in a lot easier, and then just screw it up, and once you've got that in. So there we have it. We have it in. Made a bit of a mess with the wine, but both of these, you can have one bottle in and it will work okay. The two bottles in will make it work better. So we just click it in, and there we have it. So they fit in. Once you've fiddled with those hoses, it'll be all good. Now the wine fridge doesn't need to be opened. What we've got now is two hoses going into the bottle. One will actually draw the wine out. The other hose pushes the argon in, which will actually save, so no oxygen touches that wine, and it will keep the wine for about 30 days. So for tastings and things, you should be fine. It'll actually, we've trialled it here in the cellar door, and it will actually go longer than 30 days with the right argon. So once they're in, we've now got the bottle and the glass buttons. The glass button, you need to press it once, and it will wait a second before it pours. So I'll just show you this now, and you'll see it go 1 on here, and then it pours. We had a test what we cleaned the hoses out with water beforehand, so the first tasting, usually if you throw out, because it'll have water from the hose. More than likely too, because it has to build up pressure in the bottle, that the first press of the button may not give you too much of a taste. You'll actually have to press it again. So one taste will do about nearly 10 ml, which should be quite okay for most tastings. That's a fairly good tasting. That's in a Riedel glass, a fairly large glass, and that's a fairly good tasting. So you should be able to get possibly 75 tastes out of the one bottle. So hopefully be very successful. The other thing is that there is an on switch at the very back of it, just up the top here, if you can see my hand, which switches it on and off. If you've got this in storage, please keep it upright because it's a fridge. The gas will actually ruin the fridge if it's laid on its side. If I flip this around, I can actually show you the bottle. The gas bottle is in the back here. This is where it lives. If you find that the wine's not coming out, the guess is that it's out of gas. So you'll know when it's out of gas because it won't push the wine out anymore, because it's actually the gas which pushes it out. It's not a pump system. They're very easy to undo. It just comes out, clicks like that, and you can unscrew it. Each wine fridge comes with 2 spare bottles, so keep your eye on if they're lying around so you know what they look like. Most will hopefully have Koonara on them, but just in case, and then they just click back in once you've replaced it. And put that back in, and that's it. Simple as that. So if you've got any questions, please let us know about our rep. The bottle button is actually for a free pour, so for restaurants, 150 ml is about, you'll see the seconds go up on the dial, and it's about 15 seconds will be 150 mils. 15 on here, so it's 15 seconds. So if there's any other questions, please let me know.